Oh, I'm very glad to be able to discuss this issue with a lot of you because the deepest issues are around things like what do we mean by beauty, and the relations of that to truth and to very deep insights into the nature of truth. But if we want to start with what Brandon has suggested here, uh, the connection between beauty and some revelation of what is really valuable for human beings, what is very important. There's a way in which beauty can reveal truths, uh, and the truths themselves are very hard to work out in other media. I mean, in a sense, we have, well, there's a famous line that beauty is truth and truth beauty. This is all you know and all you need to know. Maybe we don't really need to know it, but I think it helps to try to work it out. And what we manage to get captured in some ways is the way in which, well, truth and beauty connect. Our being moved by beauty pushes us on to try to say why we're moved by beauty. And when we come to articulate that, something about the nature of beauty as an experience in itself comes to the fore. Yeah? We try to explain to people why we think that something is extremely beautiful and extremely moving, some work of art or some scene or something that some people have said. And the thing is that there is a deep connection between these, and it gets revealed when you try to explain why it is that beauty and truth are related as they are. And this is what you're trying to do, this is what we're trying to do in looking at beauty through the eyes of the meaning it has for us. And that's why I thought that you were right when I think you took beauty can save the world as one of the slogans, yeah. So when we say beauty can save the world, we're thinking of the way in which uh, the powerful meaning that certain symbols have for us is unpacked or made sense of through the notion of beauty. They move us very powerfully in the forms in which they're captured as beauty. So we want to. I'm afraid it's a little bit circular, but circularity helps. It's circular because you want to say that the things that are deeply moving to us are deeply moving because they are examples of beauty. But we want to say that these examples of beauty serve as examples of beauty precisely because they show forth the deep meaning that comes when we try to capture meaning, the meaning of beauty through examples of beauty. So, and it's a bit disappointing for people who have kind of very tidy minds and they want to get a definition for the key concept here, beauty, which doesn't mention beauty and doesn't, otherwise they say you're just going in circles. Well, yes and no. You're going in circles in the sense that you never get rid of the concept of beauty. You never define it in terms of something else, which doesn't itself need reference to beauty. But we understand what beauty is when we understand what what moves us very deeply. And we understand what moves us very deeply when we understand that beauty has that power to invoke the most meaningful objects or the most meaningful things. And in the end, we never get out of the circle exactly, but we get, as it were, into the circle of other other symbols, and that's where your idea of beauty can save the world is a slogan that points to this perpetual reference out and in again, out and in again. We're very moved by beauty, and we're very moved because if somebody asks us why, we explain by using concepts which are connected to that. That is very powerful meaning is carried to us. Well, why is this powerful meaning? Because it is precisely something that is beautiful. And okay, so that is something strangely circular here, but in going through the circle, we travel in a certain way from the experience of beauty to the way it's connected to meaning, because it articulates what moves us very deeply.